سلام به شما دوستان عزیز، همراهان، همزبانان و هموطنانی که بیننده این برنامه هستید. من فریدا سابا هستم و برنامه دهکده جهانی رو به شما تقدیم میکنم. در برنامه امروز به اسپانیا می رویم و به دیدار یک نقاش معروف ایرانی که در ماربیا زندگی می کند و آثارش همزمان در 3 کشور ایران و آمریکا و مراکش برگزار می شود. توجه کنید.
The world is a tent. The world is our tent. Tarjint Tadunit. El espíritu noble de los nómadas. The world is our tent.
به برنامه امروز خوش آمدی فیروز.
متشکرم فریدا به خاطر توجهی که همیشه به هنر داری.
فیروز، ممکنه کمی در مورد 3 نمایشگاهی که پیش رو داری در 3 کشور مختلف کمی توضیح بدی؟ فکر کنم در شرایط حاضر جالب باشه و شجاعت زیادی بخواد که نمایشگاهت رو در ایران که در شرایط فوق‌العاده‌ای به سر میبره افتتاح کنی.
ممنونم از سوالی که مطرح میکنی. من فکر میکنم گاهی شرایط تو رو تو موقعیتی قرار میده که باید پاسخی بهش بدی و واقعیت اینه که به همین خاطر و قانون چرخش تاس و مهره است که تو این موقعیت کشیده میشی. بله درسته، وقتی که میخواستم این چند نمایشگاه رو برنامه ریزی کنم انتظاری نداشتم که آغاز سال نو با چنین موقعیتی و این گونه اخبار حاد و تلخ و تأسف بار آغاز بشه.
series of different events. I hadn't calculated that the year would start with so much density in the news and that everything that's been unraveling for the last 10 days would affect so much the presentation of my work.
What was your main motivation to open up in Iran? انگیزه تو از برگزاری این نمایشگاه در ایران چیست؟ در کشور زادگاهت. آیا با در نظر گرفتن این اتفاقات می‌خواستی کمی روحیه مردم رو بهتر کنی؟ به خصوص برگزاری نمایشگاه در 2 کشور ایران و آمریکا که در حال حاضر روابط چندان دوستانه‌ای هم با یکدیگر ندارن. با این کار چه پیامی می‌خواستی بدی؟
ابتدا اگه اجازه بدی باید از بنیاد ماجیک آف پرشیا تشکر کنم که همواره پشتیبان دائم کارهای من بوده و حمایت اونا نقش مهمی در بسیاری از نمایشگاه‌های من داشته. از جمله نمایشگاهی که اشاره کردیم که در مراکش ترتیب داده میشه و نمایشگاه دیگری که در لس آنجلس همزمان برگزار میشه که یک آکشن 2 روزه است توسط شرکت معروف ساتبی که در 12 ماه فوریه در بولوار هالیوود برگزار خواهد شد. و من بسیار خوشحالم و برام خیلی حائز اهمیته که با کارهای دیگر هنرمندان ایرانی کارهای من عرضه میشه، به خصوص توسط بنیادی که هدفش اشاعه هنر و هنرمندانه.
Wednesday 12th of February on Hollywood Boulevard and I'm very happy that there will be an exhibition during the 2 days as it is for me important that the paintings and my work is presented to the public, but it's also very important to me that the works are auctioned towards the good actions of and the, I have to say, the continuous relation that this foundation has had with the emerging scene of Iranian artists around the world. People such as Farida or Shadiye Rezai, that I know personally, that are friends, are part of that auction. People that I respect more than anything, like Niki Nujumi or Ferida, are part of that auction and that exhibition. And it is for me a great honor and a great feeling of happiness to be part of that gala and that auction that will happen on the 12th of February. Now, it is obvious.
و اما در مورد نمایشگاه تهران که روز 11 فوریه یعنی 22 بهمن برگزار میشه. باید بگم که تاریخ این نمایشگاه حدود 10 ماه پیش از این تعیین شده و همزمان با نمایشگاه لس آنجلس در تهران هم آغاز به کار میکنه. یعنی روز سالگرد انقلاب در ایران.
I said earlier, or a circumstance alignment has come together at the same moment, and that even more ironically on a day difference, meaning the opening of the show in Tehran is on the 22nd of Farman, which is Revolution Day, the 11th of February.
So you open with the anniversary of Iranian Revolution. What do you expect? راستی چه انتظاری داری؟ آیا فکر میکنی که بازدید کنندگان زیادی به دیدار این نمایشگاه در تهران بیان یا اینکه اونها بیشتر مشغول انجام مراسم سالگرد انقلاب و پس از اون خواهند بود؟
این اولین نمایشگاه تک نفره منه که تو ایران افتتاح میشه. باید بگم که این نمایشگاه کاملا با نمایشگاه‌های دیگه نقاشی و روال معمول اونا فرق میکنه و برای تماشاگران غیر مترقبه و شاید تعجب آور باشه. هدف اصلی منم همینه که کاملا غیر متعارف باشه. من دوست دارم که سورپرایز کنم و بر اساس قواعد کتاب پیش نرم. داستان این نمایشگاه به 2-3 سال پیش برمیگرده که من با یه بلاگر ایرانی به نام سیاوش صوفی نژاد روی اینترنت آشنا شدم که توجه زیادی به کارهای من نشون میداد و بالاخره بعد از مدت تصمیم گرفتیم که بر اساس میل و سلیقه شخصیمون نمایشگاهی بذاریم. این پروژه یک ماراتون نمایشگاهی 3 روزه است. این پروژه یک ماراتون نمایشگاهی 3 روزه پاپ آف آرته که در اون فقط یک تابلو به نمایش گذاشته میشه و این تابلو رو هیچ کس در هیچ جا ندیده و برای اولین باری که رویت میشه. این تابلو در روز 11 فوریه یعنی 22 بهمن رونمایی خواهد شد و مایلم که اینجا در این برنامه برای اولین بار نام اون رو هم اعلام کنم. نام این اصلا رولوشنه که به فارسی انقلاب ترجمه میشه و حتما بیننده متوجه خواهد شد که چرا این نامو انتخاب کردم.
انقلاب which in English means revolution, you will understand why I chose that day.
I see. So young generation of Iranian. بله متوجه شدم. فیروز، آیا کارهای هنری نسل جوان ایران رو دنبال میکنی و آیا ابتدا اونا بودن که با کار تو توجه پیدا کردن و یا اینکه بالعکس؟
I have been very attentive to the voices and especially the younger generation's voices coming towards me and what they've been asking via the social network.
من همیشه به صدایی که از ایران بلند میشه گوش دادم و میدم، به خصوص صدایی که از نسل جوان ایران به گوش میرسه.
The move to propose to work with me in this completely unformatted way made me directly interested. I got curious right away. And we are going to work in a showroom that's called the Villa Sofia, that's just off Balinas, and in the Eloye area, and that is usually a display area for design. It's a design shop that's going to be basically cleared and turned into a pop-up where my work will be displayed at a certain time on the 11th of February and not before, meaning that piece is in Iran now, has been sent in Iran. Its size is 4 meters 44 and it's called Revolution. I'd like to say, if you give me the opportunity, that it also it honors the memory of a great Iranian photographer, Abbas Attar, that was one of the most famous war photographers of his generation and died last year.
Yes, his works were on time during the revolution, remember?
Well, there you are. This is the first time I go on the record on the storyline of that work. I had the opportunity at the passing of my grandfather, Farmaian, to get his boxes in my workshop opened, and there was a copy of a Newsweek dating of the first week of 1979, and we calculate, well, it was the last issue of Newsweek ever to be published under the reign of the Shah. He left the week after. Yes. And obviously in that piece that was called Iranian Chaos, you had a central spread on which Abbas had worked, and there was an incredible picture of the violence in the streets there taken by Abbas at an incredible moment.
Yeah, we are very sorry to lose him. He was a great photographer and artist, and he covered most of the revolution for Time magazine. Yeah, it's a really pity that he's lost.
And the story of that work is intimately linked to that fact, and the connection that I wanted to create at a time where on top we were about to celebrate the 40 years, or celebrate, let's say, at least get to the point where we could realize that 40 years had passed since the revolution. That was last year, 2019. The work was sent to Iran on that year, and I was looking forward to maybe process an exhibition at the end of last year, but by, how to say, organizational terms, it couldn't happen. And finally, the decision was taken with Siavash that we would go for Revolution Day this year. So, I mean, all these circumstances led for the project to finish on Revolution Day in 2020, and I was projected into the news cycle as all of the last events that we've been seeing for the last 10 days have unraveled.
Firouz, how do you feel you're not there in Iran while your exhibition is open?
Well, it's a question that's been mostly asked by all the people that want to attend, that are asking me if they're going to meet me, and to tell you the truth, I won't be able to attend for multiple reasons. One is that I have to also organize and attend an exhibition in Marrakesh that's been backed by the Magic of Persia Foundation and by the Flora Family Foundation that I take parenthetic thank here, as well as my cousin, Dr. Amir Farmaian. And so all these little how to say, overlaps didn't help me. But the truth is, at this point, I don't think it also be a good idea for me to go around at this moment.
Yes, that I agree. But my question was that, how do you feel that you are not there? Didn't you want to be there just to feel the audience and see your countrymen and women, see how they feel about your work?
I obviously been out of Iran since the revolution, and the fact that I have been out of Iran since the revolution came to me as a pain since I'm a child, and the fact that I call this artwork revolution also underlines the fact that I lived my life, the whole process of my life with that word. That word has been my crucifix, my life. And then on, obviously, to answer you sincerely how I feel, obviously, I would rather be there. Yeah. But it is also, how to say, legitimate of me to say,
Exactly.
that work in absentia as it's to be.
Well, perhaps you won't be there physically, but spiritually, I believe you're there.
I will be spiritually there, especially to pray with all of Iran and all those that love Iran, or the 176 people that were lost in that plane crash. I mean, that was a tragedy that we are all still crying and mourning.
Yeah, tell us about your show in Morocco. You are talking about the tribes and the wisdom of tribe could save the world. Is it your message?
Well, I think that there has been somehow a problem in the postmodern idea of the nation state. I think that the world has come to a moment where industrialization has corrupted a lot of its natural resources, and that I think that to link with that with this planet spiritually, we need to connect with some kind of archaic way to see ourselves. And Dariush Shoyagan has organized a very beautiful thought around the idea that if ecology is the science that is out there to save what is left of the natural habitat, well, the ecology of the soul might be the connection to our archaic selves. And I believe in that. And our archaic selves are our tribal selves. And when Farman Ghanimat says that if you care about nature, nomads are your biggest allies, well, yes, I think that the tribal substance has in itself a lot still to give to humanity. And my show in Marrakesh is called the Memorandum of the Unknown Path. It's like some kind of moment where the unknown path of this new century is lying in front of us, and there's a lot of questions to be answered. And in that sense, I trusted the idea of tribal substance, going down to the Sahara, sourcing camel-wool tents from the Saharian Tuareg nomads, and painting 8 banners around the Sufi circle in the Royal Theatre of Marrakesh, in 8 banners that I call the imaginary banners, that I finally call the banners of the unvanished, which are 8 banners that represent 8 imaginary tribes, meaning an idea of imaginary unity. At the end of the day, trespassing the physical barriers through imagination and through substance of memory, we can get to understand each other better.
Yeah.
The question to return to the source, the ecology of the soul, of the spirit, is a necessary restoration of a link to our millenary archaic selves, an urge to create, a sense of time, to weave your wheels along sacred unknown paths.
I saw a film you sent me, and also I saw it on social media. What about that? Why you made that film? What is the message?
Well, we've been knowing each other for a couple of years, Freida, and you know to what extent process is a center in my work. The process is an integral part of my work, meaning the conclusion of it is as important as its development. And to underline that, I have started to work on 2 different types of objects, and one of them is a filmic object, which in an experimental form creates video and sound, and on the other, following the process. And on the other side, what I call proto books, which are a mixture of cahiers that I call study books. In French, cahier is a study book that is a continuous annotation of the development of my thought as I develop my project, and with the sketches and the studies. I do a selection of those and I create a limited edition catalog, which is more of a journal that I present at one of which will be presented at the Memorandum of the Unknown Path. It's opening on the 21st of February. Will also be its book signing, and on the other hand, Tarhim Tadunit, which is the result of the sourcing of my exhibition. As I had traveled deep down south in the southern parts of Morocco to connect with the nomadic Amazigh Berberic culture in order to source the tent, in order to have it woven and have it prepared, I created a video document that mixes also sound and the poetry I wrote on the road. Finally, it's a road book that is also sonic, that has sonic sound. I call it soundscape and videoscape. So yes, I try to document the process through these different avenues.
تفید تدونید آسمان ما خونه ما هست.
So you are going to have another event in Los Angeles. It's an auction, yes?
Absolutely. I tend every year to work with two of the most, I think, powerful and interesting foundations in diasporic society, the IHF, the Iranian Heritage Foundation on one side, and Shirley Iranian's Magic of Persia, which is that blazes the way. And every year I tend to donate works. This year I have donated the Portrait of a Berber Woman panel number 3, which is an unpublished and it didn't make it to the show in London last year, Permanence of Trace, where my work with the Amazigh Berberic people and tribes had come to a conclusion, and I decided to donate it to Magic of Persia, as they are also supporting my show in Marrakesh. I think the triangulation between them supporting my show in Marrakesh and myself donating a piece that was inspired by my travels and my reflections in Moroccan culture had more than a mirroring effect.
Thank you very much, Firouz, for your time and being on the show. And I hope one day you could be physically be able to be in Iran with your paintings and meet your people.
I thank you, Freida, for your time too, and I hope to talk to you soon in person.
خب به پایان وقت برنامه امروز رسیدیم. امیدوارم که از گفتگوی این هفته استفاده کرده باشید. با سپاس از شما که بیننده این برنامه بودید. تا وقتی دیگر و دیداری دوباره، بدرود و بادرود.